You won't believe this. What if I told you that there is a place in this world where people suddenly disappear without leaving any trace? Where airplanes vanish from radar just minutes after taking off? And where some people who entered this place claimed that they saw things that the human mind has still not been able to understand? You might think that I'm telling you a story from a Hollywood movie, but no, this place actually exists. In America's largest state, Alaska, a place that the world knows as the Alaska Triangle. According to many reports and claims, more than 20,000 people are said to have gone missing from this area, and even today, many of them have never been found. A place where even experienced people think twice before entering, because there are mysteries here that are still buried deep beneath the ice, forests, and silence. But the question is, are all of these just rumors, or is there truly something in this place that no one has been able to explain until today? Alaska. Endless snow-covered mountains, dense forests, thousands of lakes, and areas where no sign of human life can be found for miles. During the day, this place looks nothing less than a paradise. But as soon as the sun disappears behind the mountains, the entire forest begins to change. The sound of the wind, the rustling of trees, and the silence spreading in every direction is enough to create fear inside anyone. Local people say, if you ever get lost in these forests, the first thing you should do is never look back, because what may be standing behind you might not be human. That is why, for decades, countless stories about this region have been told. Some stories about people who disappeared, some about airplanes that vanished forever while flying through the sky, and some about people who somehow managed to return, but what they described made this place even more mysterious. These events caught the world's attention in the year 1972, when two influential American politicians were traveling in a small private aircraft. The flight was normal. The weather was not even bad enough to suggest any major danger. But shortly after takeoff, the aircraft suddenly lost contact. From the radar screen, it had disappeared forever. At first, everyone thought maybe it was a technical failure. But a few hours turned into several days, and then began one of the largest search operations in American history. Hundreds of soldiers, dozens of aircraft, helicopters, and search teams searched day and night for that plane. But they found nothing. No wreckage, no emergency signal, and no clue that could explain what actually happened to that aircraft. This incident is still considered one of the biggest mysteries of the Alaska Triangle. But believe me, this was only the beginning. Because the real mystery is far more terrifying. Stay until the end of the video, because the truth revealed at the end might surprise you. If this was only the story of one aircraft, the world might have forgotten it as an accident. But this was not the first, and it was not the last mysterious event in this region. For years, hunters, mountain climbers, fishermen, and people searching for adventure continued to enter this area. But some of them never came back. And the most shocking thing was that in many cases, their last known location was right here, inside the Alaska Triangle. That is when people began asking the question, are these forests only filled with ice and trees, or is there something else? Something that has been hiding from humans all this time? If you think that the mystery of the Alaska Triangle was limited only to the missing aircraft, then the real story is just beginning. Because, according to many reports and claims, over the past several decades, this area has been linked to the disappearance of more than 20,000 people. And the shocking thing is that many of them still have no trace to this day. But one of the most mysterious incidents happened in the year 1950. The United States military had a massive Douglas C-54 Skymaster aircraft carrying more than 30 passengers and crew members, with a total of 44 people on board, flying over Alaska. Everything seemed normal, but suddenly, radio contact was lost. Within minutes, the aircraft disappeared from radar. Several aircraft were sent to search for it, and hundreds of people conducted search operations for several days. But neither any major part of the aircraft was found, nor any trace of the passengers. It was as if the entire aircraft had vanished into thin air. But this mystery did not end here. For decades, hunters, hikers, pilots, and campers continued disappearing under mysterious circumstances in this region. Some people entered these vast forests but never returned again. And those who came back described experiences that made this entire region one of the most mysterious places in the world. Many of them claimed that after going a few kilometers deep into the forest, they started feeling as if someone was constantly following them. Whenever they stopped, the forest suddenly became silent. But as soon as they started walking again, they felt the same thing, that someone was walking just a few steps behind them. But when they looked back, there was never anyone there, only endless trees and a silence that was impossible to explain. And it was not limited to just these strange experiences. Some search teams and eyewitnesses claimed that they found strange and mysterious footprints in the snow that remained visible for several meters. But suddenly, those footprints ended in the middle of nowhere, as if whatever left them behind had disappeared the very next moment. And this is where an old name started gaining attention again. Bigfoot, a mysterious creature described in North American folklore as a massive being covered with long hair. Many people claimed that they saw, between the trees, a huge and unusual figure for only a few seconds. But before they could get closer, it had already disappeared. And then came the stories of the mysterious lights seen in the sky. Many pilots and travelers claimed that in the darkness of night, they saw glowing lights that looked nothing like normal aircraft. Sometimes they appeared completely still in one place, and the very next moment, they disappeared at an unbelievable speed. Some people also claimed that after seeing those lights, their navigation devices started working in a strange way. Was it just a coincidence, or was there something else hidden above these endless forests? But among all these stories, there is one mysterious tale that has frightened people for years. It is said that 4 campers set up their tent in this region to spend the night. But the next morning, when people searched for them, the tent was still there. Inside, their sleeping bags were also left behind. But the 4 campers had disappeared, as if they had vanished into thin air. No signs of struggle, no blood, and no clue that could explain what exactly happened to them. This story, is it true? Or is it only a mysterious local legend that has been told for years? The answer is still unknown. But perhaps the most frightening stories come from the folklore of the native tribes. For generations, they have warned their children to stay away
from certain parts of these forests. They believed that something exists in those areas that should never be disturbed. Some legends also describe a mysterious existence that could change its form. It is said that sometimes it appeared like a wild animal, and sometimes like a person standing far away. And some stories even say that it could imitate familiar voices and lure people deeper into the forest. Those who followed that voice were never seen again. But was there truly an unseen force behind all these events? Or does every story hide a different mystery? The answer still remains buried deep inside the silent forests of Alaska.
But if the story of the Alaska Triangle ended here, then perhaps the entire world would not be talking about it today. Because the biggest question still remains: why have so many people continued to disappear in this very region? Is it just a coincidence? Or is there some mystery behind these events that humans still haven't been able to understand? For decades, the disappearances connected to the Alaska Triangle have continued to shock the world. In many cases, people's last contact was completely normal, and then suddenly, they disappeared without any trace. That is why this place is no longer just a region, but a mystery, where every answer creates a new question. But every mystery has two sides. One that is heard through stories and legends, and the other that researchers try to understand. According to researchers, Alaska's dangerous weather, sudden changes in conditions, dense forests, and vast, isolated landscapes make many search operations extremely difficult. Perhaps that is why many cases still remain unexplained even today. But even with these scientific explanations, some questions still remain. Why were no clear clues found in some cases? Why were the experiences of many people so similar? And why do local legends contain stories that sound so similar to the mysteries we discussed today? So, is the Alaska Triangle just a dangerous region created by nature? Or is there truly something there that humans still cannot understand? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere between both possibilities. Because, even today, there is no final answer that can completely explain these events. And perhaps that is the reason why the Alaska Triangle is still considered one of the most mysterious places in the world, where every disappearance leaves behind a new question. After all, what is the real truth behind the Alaska Triangle? If you have your own theory about this mystery, then be sure to share it in the comments. And for more unsolved mysteries like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.